we have all heard people mocking the Sikh community with all the Baje jokes, and in fact we have laughed at them, and these jokes have been a way of just casually mocking a community. But how many of us actually know the true story behind it? Let's talk about it today on the show. Well, the story dates back to the 18th century when India was invaded by Nader Shah, the Shah of Persia. Nader Shah's army reached Delhi in March 1739 and a massacre followed. Countless Hindus and Muslims were killed and the women were held captives. When his armies were crossing through Punjab, the Sikhs devised a plan to attack them and free the women. But since Nader Shah's army was huge compared to them, they decided to visit his camps only at night and free as many women as they could, as stealthily as possible. They even helped those rescued women return home safely. Over a time, a humorous stereotype emerged, suggesting that Sikhs are only fully awake and alert at midnight. The notion has since evolved into the widespread and often derogatory practice of making jokes about Sikhs centered around the theme of being awake only at midnight, commonly referred to as 12 baje jokes. Now, why we are talking about it today is because former Pakistan wicketkeeper batter Kamran Akmal offered an unconditional apology to Harbhajan Singh for his inappropriate and disrespectful comments on Indian pacer Arshdeep Singh's religion during India versus Pakistan T20 World Cup 2024 match, which Pakistan of course lost. Akmal said he was truly sorry for his remarks about Sikhs. After, in a video reposted by Harbhajan, the former Pakistan cricketer, who was part of a panel on a Pakistani news channel, was seen cracking the 12 baje joke on cricketer Arshdeep Singh's religion during the 19th over Pakistan's chase during Sunday's India versus Pakistan T20 World Cup match in New York. The other panelists with Akmal were also seen laughing on this joke. Let's take a look.
कुछ भी हो सकता है, देखें लास्ट ओवर करना है हर्षदीप सिंह ने, वो वैसा उसका रिदम ही लग भी सकता है, आपको पता फिर
About this, Surinder Singh Lali, international affairs expert and political analyst, joins us on the show. Major General Sanjay Soi, defense expert, also joins us on the broadcast. Harinder Singh Sikka, author, will also be joining us momentarily. Last but not the least, Nikhil Chandwani, founder, NYK Daily, is also joining us on the broadcast. Mr. Lali, I'll begin with you. You obviously, belong to the religion. How, first of all, do you assimilate a joke like this, especially coming from, a Pakistani who's lost face in the game of cricket already? Would you call them sore losers, or would you also call them people who really don't understand the sensitivities around this kind of a joke?
Thank you, Vineet. And as a proud Indian Sikh, all I can say is that I don't take anything seriously coming from Pakistan. I mean, Pakistan is not a country in just a financial or a political crisis. It's in an identity crisis. I mean, sometimes they behave as if Islam was only born in 1947 and the rest of the Islamic nations should, bow down in front of them and, take their sermons from them. But Vineet, I can understand the trauma, the pain, and the obsession of, the Pakistanis might have. Because I was just looking at this picture, Vineet. I took a printout of it. This is 16 November 1971. I think this picture still haunts them because this is in the turban. 90,000 Pakistani troops under General Niazi's command surrendered to General Jia Saroda in the turban as prisoners of war. And till date, Vineet, it remains to be the largest surrender, in human history. So I wouldn't take anything coming out of Pakistanis very seriously, especially in a country where, we're known for the, IT capital of the world, and so are they. I mean, our IT is information technology, and there is international terrorism. So I don't think they have any other source of entertainment than actually to, cricket, which becomes a sort of a Indo-Pak war for them. And I don't think they have any other sources of entertainment. So I choose to forgive them and not take them seriously. That's how I look at it.
Nikhil?
I mean, they're too inconsequential for me to even, give them that much kind of importance. I mean, they don't know any better than that. A country's failed. What else do you expect from a rogue nation? I mean, if anything else, they ought to be scared because next time the turban might come and liberate Balochistan and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa also, on a note of levity.
Nikhil, what do you make of this? This is obviously, demeaning a community when you are faced with a prospect of losing in the game of cricket. Where's the sportsmanship here?
First, I want to talk about a lot of these genocide deniers. There are a lot of people who say Sikhs and Hindus are very happy in Pakistan and they have been treated equally over there. But the reality is otherwise. And the Pakistani majority, the Muslims in Pakistan, they make fun of Hindus, they make fun of Sikhs. And even a cricketer like Kamran Akmal is now doing it live on TV. And he's apologizing because Harbhajan Singh called him out, or else there was no apology. Nobody was expecting an apology from him in Pakistan. And that's the reality over there. The minority community in Pakistan, the Sikhs and Hindus, they are being destroyed. There's a genocide which is going on. And there were like 28 to 33% Hindus which were living in Sindh in Pakistan. Right now, it's less than 2%. And same with Sikhs over there. So the people who are denying, who are in denial about a genocide, they should go to Google, check out lots of reports of forced conversion, of kidnappings which are going on over there. And still, if they want video evidences, it's also available everywhere. Secondly, when you talk about these failed cricketers like Karman Akmal, Pakistan, it's a very poor nation, poorly managed nation. That country was born out of hatred for Hindus and Sikhs. The people who voted for an independent Pakistan, they voted because they hated Hindus and Sikhs. And this is the reality which even Karman Akmal is exposing right now by saying stupid things, by saying like terrible, stupid things on live TV.
Right, but this is obviously General Soi, typical of Pakistan, isn't it? Whenever they're faced with any kind of a situation where defeat or embarrassment is on its way, they retort and resort to means which really don't leave too much to the imagination when it comes to what kind of people they are.
No, absolutely. In fact, I would go with Mr. Lali Singh when he said that I will not take it very seriously. I mean, they are thinking like that. If you see this kind of distasteful comment, the racist comment, I would say, is absolutely not acceptable on a public forum in a commentary when it is on a live TV. The people have to be there responsible. I mean, we need you, me, and other panelists have to be responsible. What we talk, millions of people are watching this on the live on the TV, and then this kind of racist comments are just not acceptable. I am happy that Mr. Harbhajan Singh took a great stand, wonderful stand, and forced him to apologize. And also, now a lot of people may not know the history of that 12 o'clock, but people know the background and the history also. Otherwise, it would have made a headline. A lot of people still in India also, not only Pakistan, in India also, I would say, that a lot of people keep cracking jokes on these kinds of jokes. But the fact is that I'm a Fauji. I have served with a lot of Sikh soldiers who have been with me, and what Mr. Lalgi had showed, General J.S. Arora had taken the surrender, whether it is a 65 war, 71 war, Kargil war, anywhere and everywhere, they've never hesitated in making supreme sacrifice for the humanity in the historical, fighting against the Britishers, and also saving our independence whenever need be. So we are very proud of the community, and I would also add here that they're also very lively. I mean, they take it very lightly. Jokes haste rehte, khush rehte. I mean, that's kind of mentality. If you go to the Punjab on a small little thing, that you find laughter everywhere and anywhere, and so that's a thing. So, but the fact is, on a public forum, on a TV channel, these kinds of racist comments are just not acceptable, and I'm happy that Mr. Harbhajan took the stand, and that is what it should be. Vinit.
All right, Mr. Harinder Singh Sikha, author, also with us on the program. Mr. Sikha, what do you make of this unsavory reaction that has come from supposedly a responsible member of the Pakistani cricket fraternity?
See, I've, like my friend just now who spoke, served military, navy, and we've heard these kind of tidbits here and there. We know what Pakistanis are. Unfortunately, this is something which is in their blood. You know, they are racist when they want to be racist. They're very good when they want to be good. If you think that they care for you, or if you think that they are going to give you respect, it is out of question. The problem is not with them. They are like that. And they are scared that what has happened to them in the past. There's a gentleman by the name Bana Singh, captain, formerly a Jawan who was honored as honorary captain. He single-handedly took on Pakis and brought in Saichin home. Now Saichin is in India's control because of Bana Singh, a Paramveer Chakra. How did you address him in India? Forget about overseas. So the awareness part of it, that what Abdali did, what Jassa Singh Ahluwalia did, is not known to Sikhs. Forget the Hindus and everybody else. It's not in the history books. Who were responsible? Of course, we were responsible. And we means who? Why were they not put in the books? Why was Congress single-handedly ensuring that only Aurangzeb, Shah Jahan, Akbar, and all these tyrants, their stories would be, a Khilji's story in the school books, college books? If I ask somebody, the people sitting in the or anyone for that matter, what is the story behind Morigate? What is the story about behind Tees Hazari? Is it a fact or not that Lal Killa was taken over by a handful of Tees Hazari, 30,000 Sikhs? And that is where they were camped, and that place to date is called Tees Hazari. No, we are not aware of our heroes, and therefore we don't respect them. The charity must begin at home first. Knowledge and awareness must be created at home first. Come to this man. They are very sweet when, as I said, when they want to, but they are last when it comes to human beings. Barring handful here and there, I've tested them out while writing Razi. I visited Pakistan, where they want to be very good, but you have to be always overlooking your shoulders. Do not trust them. That is the golden rule. Not the normal people, I dare say. But these who climb up the strata, are hobnobbing with the hukumat, the administration, they are different ball game altogether. There are two things which we must understand. A, they're shit scared of Sikhs. B, those who are Khalistanis, I repeat, those who are Khalistanis, this is a message for them. They are hobnobbing with terrors and terror operatives and those who are engaged in creating disturbances in India. Did Guru Nanak Ji or Guru Gobind Singh Ji teach them this? Did not Guru Nanak Ji sing Khurasan Khasmana Kiya, Hindustan Daraya? He did not say Khalistan. And you are now hobnobbing with them, using their drug money and causing a problem in India. Right. The fact is that today Punjab is, or Sikhs have received what they never received in 7 decades. So you want to fight against some system, so you take on. So if you are taking on Sikhs, Pakistanis will take on Sikhs. And you are demeaning Sikhs.
You're right, sir.
Pakistanis will.
You're absolutely right. And Nikhil, look at the genocide that has happened in Pakistan, since the two nations were separated. And look at the continuous attack on minorities in Pakistan, and yet they have the gall to come up with such comments.
Pakistan is just exposing themselves. That's what I feel right now. Because the genocide that is going on over there, it's now after the Twitter expanded, after the Instagram was made aware that the common people know about it. But since 1947 till 2024, even today, 2 Hindu girls and 1 Sikh girl was kidnapped, was abducted in Pakistan. As I was reading those reports, it was hurting me. It was hurting me very badly inside that even today the UN is blind. It's blinded. And the Sikhs and Hindus, they are not allowed to, the poor Sikhs and Hindus from interior Pakistan, they are not even allowed to leave that country. Pakistan is not issuing them passports anymore. And it's a genocide that is going on. And when these things are happening, stupid cricketers like Kamran Akmal. Now I'm telling you that Kamran Akmal in the next few weeks, months, he'll come begging in India for Legends contract, the Legends League, which happens everywhere in the world. Indians are the ones who fund it. So Kamran Akmal will come. That is the reason he's apologizing. That's what I feel, because he wants that Legends contract and he wants to make a few more money playing cricket. But these Muslims in Pakistan, the Muslim majority in Pakistan, they are in complete denial about the genocide that is going on against Sikhs, against Hindus in interior Pakistan. Even today, the girls are being kidnapped. The UN is silent about it. The world is silent about it. And a lot of people question us that why CAA is important. This is the reason. The genocide is the reason. The Citizen Amendment Act is very important. And now that there's awareness which is going on, and the few people are actually doing good work on the ground, the Hindus and Sikhs, they're coming home and they're applying for their passports some way or the other. They're getting the Indian visas and they're becoming natural citizens in 5 years, 7 years, and they are the ones who are exposing the problems that Hindus and Sikhs, the minority community in Pakistan, is facing.
Mr. Lali wants to come in. Go ahead, please.
Vineet, I put these K elements because I don't even want to dignify these K elements who are living in Canada and America, and under the bogey of free speech, these countries use them to counter India. So I call them activist extremists, because these Sikhs are not speaking for us, they're speaking for themselves. We don't need their lecture, their sermoning. We are well competent and eligible enough to fight for our rights in India. Just to give you an idea, the entire country of Pakistan is a bankrupt country and it has already failed a few years ago. The West doesn't want it to fail because A, they want to use it for their geographic and strategic location. And who wants to deal with the crisis of 240 million people? I mean, they'll be the biggest headache. It's already a failed nation. It's like a druggie who's been given more drug because he doesn't become a liability. So when the entire country, they use this expression for themselves as kashkol. They go around with a begging bowl around the world, and they need with all pride, as a Sikh I say, when was the last time you saw a Sikh begging? We believe in dignity of labor. We take pride. There's nothing wrong in doing odd and menial jobs. So there is a country of 140 million people which is almost begging around the world, and that joker prime minister of theirs wears Armani suits and runs around, kissing China's feet. And yet, we take pride. And when he's on a note of levity, people ask me, that what is the difference between Hindus and Sikh? And I say, Sikhs are the special editions of Hindu. Thank you, Vineet.
All right, okay. General Soy, should India be responding to comments like this diplomatically to Pakistan, or do you think it doesn't behoove us to even spend any time than we already have on this show addressing something which is very pathological to Pakistan?
Yeah, I agree that not at the government level, but definitely the cricket board and the BCCI, and they should take the note so that this joker does not come back and start playing or start commenting and continue with this commentary. That kind of pressure should always be brought up. But definitely they do not deserve, because he has apologized and the government of Pakistan will wash their hands off that, okay, he has done this in his individual capacity. So, but the fact is that it shows their mindset, it shows their thinking, it shows them that what they think about the Sikhs, what they think about the Hindus, and what they think of others, and that kind of false superiority complex is there, which is absolutely away from the reality. They must look in the reality what is Pakistan at present, why they are in that state, and what is the reason for that. The reason for all this is this kind of thinking only, that we can keep creating problem for others, we can keep creating problem for India, we can keep creating problem for Kashmir, and then they think that they can live happily and they can survive, they can prosper, because they are training their next generation to become terrorists. They are not training them to become doctor, engineer, or professor, or writer, or thinker, or researcher. So that this is the ultimate thing which will happen to them, and this is what is happening at present. Also, we are seeing the result thing. Seeing the way Mr. Lali has brought out that they are going around with a begging bowl to Middle East, to all the countries. So these things fall back to them, and this kind of mindset, it shows the kind of statement which he has made, Kamal Akram has made. It shows the mindset, it shows the way they think. I mean, that is what very absolutely ridiculous, absolutely distasteful, and they have been very disrespectful, they have been racist, and this is what I would like to say, Vinny.
Mr. Sikka, on a parting note, Harbhajan did.
Allow
Go
me.
ahead, go ahead,
I
sir.
had tweeted before moment I heard about it. I received a barrage of response from some people and Pakistanis, positive ones, that this is not us, this is not what normal Pakistani is. But let me explain it to you. This is important for your listeners. In India, it has happened to Sikhs right from Nehru time. Lahore was taken away not because Britishers wanted it that way. It was a MK, so-called Mahatma MK Gandhi and Nehru's ploy. 20 lakh Sikhs, mostly Sikhs, were butchered when this partition happened. Did anybody even shed a tear from the Nehru Gandhi family? No. 30,000 Sikhs were murdered, blue cold-blooded murder in 84. Did something happen? No. Sikhs have stood by you. Who created Bhintarwale? He was appointed by none less than Indira Gandhi. When he visited A.R. Antule in Bombay, a Navy sub-lieutenant was given to him as an attendant when Congress was in power. So why is UN not speaking? UN also thinks that, oh, India is quite wide. But anyways, UN doesn't care about India. You know, now of late, what is happening, which is more important, there are 12,600 villages in Punjab. How is it possible that all 12,600 villages are drugged? How is it ever on earth possible that during Congress and Badal regime, 25 to 30 young men, students, died in each village, multiplied by 12,600? Is it possible without the hand of why? Because they're scared of Sikhs? So maim them, make them, persona non grata or unfit to fight a war. They are aware what one Sikh, Gurbakh Singh, did at China border. So there's a plan behind it. Earlier, it was hunky-dory. With Modi, Prime Minister Modi coming in, things have changed dramatically. Now there's a little control on the drugs also. But it is not Kamal or Karmal, whatever that guy's name is. It is we who are not seen as taking action. So if BCCI has the spunk, it must be seen as acting and make sure that a message is sent not only to Pakistan but across globe that this shall not be tolerated.
Absolutely.
Come what may.
Absolutely, Mr. Lali, and BCCI is obviously default and de facto ICC as well. They run the cricket world. They obviously need to exercise that power. They need to exercise that clout in teaching Pakistan a lesson.
Yeah, Vineet, and we have all the might also to teach them a lesson. But you asked in the beginning of the program, what is my response? I'm going to keep them in my prayers, and as we say in our ardas, ki Vaheguru kare unna de uppar samat bakshiye, which means that I hope better sense prevails on them. This is only I can hope for them. When somebody is on a suicidal mission, what do? So you only choose to forgive them, and you hope that better sense prevails on them, because they're responsible for to their children and their population too. So that's my limited response to them.
Right, and Nikhil, this obviously goes on to expose the madrasa-backed cricketers who often show up on a number of these TV channels. They don't have the strategy to win or come back from a total or defend a total, which India could at 119. And, when they run out of options, Nikhil, all they do is indulge in these low blows.
Education is very important in life. And यही चीज प्रूव होती है करमान अकमल को देख के. That's what it proves. And the stupid statement that is putting out, this is not new. This has been happening for the past 20-25 years. All these failed retired cricketers in Pakistan, they go to this no good podcast with 50-75 viewers, and वहाँ जाके they start abusing Hindus, abusing Sikhs, abusing Indians, because they feel that it is cool and they might get a little clout over there in Pakistan. But the Pakistani youngsters also, I feel, they have grown tired of all this. You see, nobody is backing any politician in Pakistan because they have lost trust in politicians. They are not even backing army anymore. It's a failed state. The police in Pakistan are mercenaries. You leave Karachi and Lahore, go to these interior towns and villages in Pakistan, and there's total chaos. It's a failed nation. The people over there have also failed. and the youngsters, they are growing tired. If you see Europe right now, so much migration is going on from Pakistan. Even the small, like, laborers also, even the laborers, they want to just leave that nation and go to Europe because they feel that the people in power in Pakistan and these failed cricketers, come celebrities who go to these podcasts, they have nothing good to say. All they are doing is trying to spread hatred. All they are doing is trying to, create chaos everywhere. And they feel that those 1960s and 70s ke jokes will make people happy and people laughing over there, oh, everywhere. But it's not possible, right?
All right. Well, definitely, what is possible is for the BCCI to come in here and make some exceptions to the rule and punish Pakistan in whichever way, cricket-wise, it is possible.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.